New at 5, a Tulsa County man is now charged with first-degree rape. The problem is he's dead, and he died months ago.
Yeah, it's a strange case. It's one that spans back to 2003. This man, Jerry Tyrone LeBlanc, is charged with raping a mentally disabled woman. Fox 23's John Acebus joins us live to explain how he ended up being charged after his death. John.
Well, they tested a rape kit from nearly 2 decades ago. He died in February, but the DA and the police didn't know that when they filed the charges. Jerry Tyrone LeBlanc, a convicted rapist, may have gotten away with another rape in 2003, according to Lieutenant Darren Ehrenrich with the Special Victims Unit.
In 2003, we got a case where a woman that's in a 24/7 care facility that has developmental disabilities.
Court records say he's accused of raping an 18-year-old with the mental capacity of a 5-year-old. Documents state the victim told police LeBlanc touched her and kissed her. Then, after the defendant had sex with her, dropped her off at a McDonald's. But the case was dropped.
Based on the detective being unable to positively identify a suspect in that case was inactivated at the time.
Years later, LeBlanc served 5 years in prison for another rape, but a recently tested rape kit brought the 2003 case back to the surface.
In the testing of that sexual assault kit, a DNA profile was generated that linked to a known sexual offender, Jerry LeBlanc.
Lieutenant Ehrenrich says they took the DNA hit to the district attorney's office in 2021, but charges were not filed. I reached out to the DA's office to ask why and was given this statement that says, in part, the facts of this case are incredibly disturbing. Upon first review of the case, our office made the tough decision to not file charges due to certain factors. Detectives resubmitted an affidavit for prosecution in April. After further investigation, at our request, detectives sent another affidavit to our office earlier this month, which led us to filing charges. Now, 20 years later, the DA's office charged him. The only problem, LeBlanc died in February.
When we went to serve that arrest warrant, we discovered that he has since passed away.
Danielle Tudor, a rape survivor herself, explains how it feels not to get justice.
It's got to be crushing for the victim that doesn't get to see justice in her case, especially if she had that rape kit done.
Tudor says the man who raped her admitted to it after the statute of limitations ran out, so charges couldn't be filed.
But this probably isn't the last case that we're going to see that there's a lot of regret that we didn't do something at the time of the crime.
But it's something she's going to try to prevent. Tudor now sits on the governor's task force, making sure Oklahoma rape kits get tested to avoid cases like this one. The district attorney's office says they are continuing to work with the Tulsa Police Department to find justice for all the victims out there. When I spoke with the police department, out of the 3,000 kits they needed to have tested, so far they've tested 1,000 of those. Covering news that matters, John Acebus, Fox 23 News.